Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today in the series of electronic spreadsheet, we will be talking about macros. So these are the topics that we will be covering. So let us begin with using a macro in a spreadsheet. So what exactly is a macro? So there are chances when you have to format multiple sheets with the same format. So we have to repeat the steps again and again on every sheet. So instead of repeating these instructions again and again, which can be quite taxing for us, time consuming, so what we do is we create a macro. We record all these keystrokes, we record all these clicks, and we just store them as a macro. So macros are basically these instructions, or you can say set of instructions which can be recorded, where all your keystrokes, where all your clicks are recorded, and you can store them as macro. And later you want to apply them on n number of sheets, you simply have to go on that sheet and run those macros. So this is stored once and you can use it for lifetime. So that is a macro. So we will learn how to make macros, how to run macros, but before that there is a setting that we have to do. We have to enable the macro readers. So for that you have to click on Tools, Options, LibreOffice, Advanced, and then you have to enable the macro recording. The steps are on the screen. You can do this side by side and enable the macro recording. If this is not done, then your system will not be able to record macro. So if you start your system today and this option of recording the macro is not available, the reason is because it has not been enabled. The recorder is not enabled. So these are the steps to enable the macro. So let us do this practically. Suppose this is the data that I have to format. Okay, so I have copied this data in different sheets to explain. And we are also creating few blank sheets. Okay, I'll let you know why this is done. Suppose I'm just formatting this data as per my need. Let's say I'm just adding a background color, or I'm also adding borders to this. Okay, changing the alignment, changing the headers color to make it different. Okay, so as per your taste, as per your choice, you can make the changes here. I'm giving bold effect, maybe the content is of a bolder effect, and let's say I'm changing the font color here. Okay, so now is it possible to remember all these steps, and is it possible to repeat all of this in different sheets? It can be quite taxing, right? So what can be done if there are no other options also for this? Okay, you can't just select one button and copy the formats. Okay, so what we'll do, we will look for the macros option. So what has to be done? We will simply be clearing the formatting here. So I'll click on this option of clearing the format, and now we will be selecting the tools option. So when you click on tools, you will get the option of macros. So you have to start recording macro. Okay, so you can see the macro has started. Now no timer is going to come, you simply have to record, or it is going to record your keystrokes. Okay, like I'm adding borders. So whatever clicks you are doing, whatever keys you are pressing, that will get recorded. Okay, till the time this recording is continuing, it is going to record everything. So now I'm just formatting everything as per my choice. Okay, so let's say I'm changing the font color here. I'm giving it a different color. And once everything is done, you simply click on stop recording and select standard box. Okay, the standard library, not standard box, and click on new module. Here you have to give the name of the module. Now let's say I'm naming this as, suppose I'm giving a space. Okay, suppose I'm leaving this underscore and writing this as my new module. I'm leaving spaces in between. Okay, so when you click on OK to save, it is going to say invalid name because I've added spaces. No space should be there. Okay, so I'm adding underscores, pressing OK. Now my module has been entered. Save this. Now my macro has been saved. Come to the different sheet, click on tools, macros, run macro, and you will see the standard library coming and my new module. Click on new module, macro 1, and run. So you'll observe your normal data has become formatted. The same steps can be followed in different sheets. Run, and everything is selected. Just click on run. Okay, same is for the other sheets. Okay, so this way you can also change the values. Okay, suppose I'm changing the class of few children here. Okay, and maybe I'm changing the names also. Let's make Poonam as Aman. Okay, so I'm changing everything so that you can understand that even changed value will get the same formats. Okay, so even if the cells are having different values, the formatting will be applied on that particular range. So I'm making the changes. Let's say I'm giving every student marks in 20s. Okay, now when I click on tools and then I select macros, run macro. So when I run, you can see the names Aman, Suman, Priya, just now what I've entered, that those are coming. If I do it on a blank sheet, even then that is possible. Okay, so you will see even if I've selected another cell, it is going to be applied on the range on which it was created. Okay, you can see when I'm entering hello, they are coming the way it has been formatted. Okay, next is how to create a macro with LibreOffice Basic. Now what is LibreOffice Basic? It is a language. Okay, so the macros can be written using a language, or we can say it is a text editor which allows us to create or edit macros. The steps are mentioned below, but you might think that it is too much to remember. But trust me, when you start doing it practically, things will be very easy to remember. It might be scary right now, but when you do the practicals, you will understand each and everything yourself. And with one or two practice, every step will be clear in your head. So my only request to you is that do it practically as much as possible. So let us see this practically. So for this we have to click on tools, macros, and then organize macro, and here basic is mentioned. Click on that. This interface is going to come. Click on organizer, and very important step, selecting the libraries and selecting your location. So right now I am in untitled 1, so you have to select that. Click on new and give a name to this library that you're creating. Let's say I'm writing my lib1. Okay, so mentioning the location is important. Once done, click on edit, and this is the editor where you can write your macro. So you can see sub main is the function, and end sub. So write something in between, like I'm writing print hello. Okay, so whatever you write, you simply save your file. I've not saved my file, so I'll give a name to this file. Let's say my macro.ods. So I'm saving my file. So once done, you can now run your macro. So you can see my macro is not listed here. So you have to search for it. Where is the exact location of your macro? So my macro.ods, you can see when you click on this, you will find your my lib1 module is there, and module 1 is mentioned. So click run. So hello is getting printed. The same way you can again do it. Run organize macros, click on basic, organizer, edit, and now you can see that the same editor has come. Now you can give a different value, like let's say I'm taking some variables now. So variable a is equals to 20 and b is equals to, let's say, 30. Print a plus b. So the answer should be 50. So save it once and come back to the sheet, click on run macro, and then run. Okay, everything else is selected. So my macro module 1, so that is done. Click on run and see 50 is coming. So this is how you can use LibreOffice Basic. So practically creating a macro as a function is very important, and this can come in your class 10th practical exams. I won't say that this is important from board point of view, but sometimes you get some questions related to this, but generally this can come in MCQ form. So how can we make macro run as a function? So what is a function? Function is basically the block of statements where, or which can be called multiple times. Like you have seen print function, you have seen sum function. We can call them as many times as I want. Whenever you see a word which is followed by parentheses like sum and then two brackets are there, opening and closing, so you can say that this is a function. So in computer, whenever you see a word with parentheses, that means it is a function. Now if sometimes you see that those parentheses have some values in between, like sum AB, print hello, volume, length, breadth, height, difference, two numbers are given. So these numbers are the values that you pass in a function. These are called as parameters. These can be called as arguments. Now again, the steps are given, the same basic steps are there. So you have to practice this practically, only then you will come to know these steps. So we click on tools, macros, organize macros, basics. So those steps are the same. Click on organizer from here and then select libraries and the location of your file. Do not skip this location part. This is very important. Click on new if you want to create a new library. Let's say I'm creating another library, naming this as, let's say, library 2, lib2. Okay. And then edit this library. So the same editor is coming, but we are not going to write inside main, rather we'll write outside this. The keyword is function, and then you can give any name to this function. And then let's say I'm typing total is equals to 200 plus 300. And then you just end the function here. Now, how do we execute this? You come back to this editor, first save this, okay? And then you can also use the shortcut. Okay, come back to the worksheet, type equals total with the bracket, and see 500 is coming. So like you use sum function, the same way you can use total here. Okay. Now, can we use this for text? So we just have to change these two lines a bit. So simply select and write school name. For example, I want to print my own school name. So you write school name equals to whatever is your school name. This syntax has to be remembered. Nothing has to be mugged up. This will come with practice. So save this, and now when I'm typing school name, so my school's name is going to come. So whichever part of the worksheet you want to type, you can get the school name there. Okay. Can we do this on different sheets? So let's try school name, and then yes, it is working here also. Okay, so different sheets can also be used. Next topic is passing arguments in a function. So as I've said, when you are writing something inside those parentheses, those brackets, those are called as parameters or arguments. Now let us see that also, how this can be done practically. So again, those same steps. You have to click on organizer from here, library, select the location of the file. I'm doing this again and again so that you can see and understand the steps. I'm creating new libraries every time. Let's say I'm creating this as library 3, lib3. So press OK, and now you click on edit. Now here again the same thing, use function keyword, function, and then I'm going to write the name of the function. Let's say this is multiply. Okay, I'm passing two values here, and in the next line I'll be multiplying these two values. Okay, so multiply equals to 10 into 20, and then we end the function here. Remember to save your file. You can use the shortcut, or you can click here, and then you can type equals to multiply and then click. Okay, it is giving me an error. I have done some mistake here. These two numbers should not be here. Okay, let's try it without the numbers. Okay, so we are typing equals to multiply without the values. Okay, press enter, so 200 is coming. Suppose I want to pass some values in the bracket. So what I'll do is, instead of writing the numbers, I'll use some variables a, b. Okay, and here also I'm writing a, b. So whatever value the user is going to type, those will be multiplied now. See how this is done. We can simply write equals to multiply, and then two values can be given, any two values. Okay, so once you press enter, see the result is coming. We can try it with some other unique values. So this way 38 is coming. Okay, so you can we try this with more numbers? Let's say if I'm trying this with 22 bigger numbers. Okay, so you can get the answer here also. Can we try this with multiple numbers? Let's say 3 numbers at once. So what will happen? Will it accept that? So you are getting numbers, you are getting the value, but here it is only multiplying two numbers, 12 and 34. Okay, a and b. So if you multiply 12 with 34, if you want to confirm this, whether this is correct or not, yes, it is confirmed that they are correct. Okay, so it's just using the two values. Let's take an example with a simpler number. Okay, let's say I'm typing 1, 2 and 3. So the answer should be 2 here, 1 multiplied by 2. So this is only going to work on two variables. So that is it. So with this, we come to the end of this topic. If you have any queries, any request, you may write in the comment section. I'll be glad to reply to all your comments. I'm reading all the comments and replying each and every comment that I can. And thank you everyone for supporting. So we will meet in the next video. Thank you everyone.